This is a short tutorial about using your USB card in your computer. So this is the front of the card and this is the back, and if you'll notice on the back there's these four little fingers. Press on the fingers lightly and this whole piece pivots out. Once it's done that, with the fingers pointed up, insert it into the USB port on your computer. This is the window that should appear. If this window doesn't appear on your computer, it means you have the USB card in backwards. Take it out, flip it over, put it back in. You want to click on the section that says Open Folder to view files. So I'll bring my mouse down to here and I'll click on this, and that will open up another window that shows me what's on this USB card. Now at this point I would suggest that you move these files onto your desktop. The best way to do that is first to create an open folder here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our desktop, we're going to right click our mouse, we're going to go down here to New, we're going to slide over to Folder, and you can put a name in there. I'm just going to put Video. Okay, we're all set. Now what we want to do is transfer all these files into this folder. So if I go to the first one and left click it, it'll highlight it. I then go to the last one and holding down the Shift key, I left click this one. That highlights all of them. All I have to do now is put my mouse somewhere in between, hold down the left button on my mouse and slide this over to the arrows over this folder and release it, and what it's going to do is it's going to transfer all these files into this folder. This can take a half hour to do this. It's 18 gigabytes, so we'll come back when it's done. Okay, so now all these files have been transferred to this folder, so we can close this. And we want to eject our flash card. We don't want to just pull it out. What you want to do is you want to go down here to your Start menu and go up here to where it says Computer. Click on Computer, and right here where it says USB, you want to right click on that and hit Eject. And it'll tell you it's now safe to remove your hardware, so now you can take this out. All that does is it shuts that port off so that you don't short anything out and lose any data. So now we can close this, and we can close this, and now we can open this folder, and here's our videos. And this is our PDF of the manual. So, okay, let's look at one of these. We're going to open up Chapter 8. It comes up like this, and it has this Start. And we're going to let this run for a second. Yes, I know the 8 is upside down, but you should recognize it as an 8. Okay, so here's our menu for this chapter. If we hit pause, it'll sit right here. And on this side, these are called timestamps. This tells where on this section of video these different pieces are. So let's look at Jump Shots. Okay, Jump Shots is at 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 18 seconds. If we go down here, right here is a timestamp that shows where you're actually sitting on this video. We're at 44 seconds. So we go up to this slider bar and we slide this along until the time down here reaches 1 hour, 14 minutes, And then you don't have to be exact, but close works. Right here. Okay, when we get close to that time, just hit play, which is this button right here, right in the middle. And that's where it'll start. This is just the end of something else, because we stopped a little early at that time zone. And we come into jump shots. Okay?
So right now, I want to cover some jump shot.
And when you're done watching this, you can either slide this slider back. When we're on the menu, it was at 44. We'll slide it back here till we're at 44 again. Okay, so now I'm at 42 seconds. If I hit this, I can pause it again. Now I can go somewhere else. So I can navigate through this section of the video by doing this. You can also make up your own list of timestamps. If you see an actual shot that you want to be able to show somebody, jot down what the timestamp was, and that way you can slide to it. When you're done watching, just go up top to the X, hit that, and you're back to this window with all your different chapters on here. So that's how you navigate through the video. Now let's do the PDF manual. We'll click on that. And it takes a few minutes for this to load in completely because it's 516 pages. So here's our manual. Okay, and if you scroll down through here, when you get to page 2, it's a table of contents for the entire manual, and these are all hyperlinks. Okay, each chapter, okay, as you go, has its own set of sections on what's in them. We're just going to scroll down here to something. We'll scroll down to this one here. Okay, if I put my mouse on this where it says nice shot and I click on it, it goes directly to that page. Okay, at the bottom of each page there is table of contents and then 1 through 11. These are the chapters. So if I want to go to chapter 8 now, I can go to chapter 8, and this brings me to chapter 8, which has its own index, and you can go on to any of these, click on it, it'll take you right to that page. So this way you can navigate through the manual without having to scroll through 400 pages or something like that. You can just jump, and you can always, bottom of each page is this, you can always go back to the original table of contents, which is back here, and this shows you every chapter and the divisions in each chapter and what they are. And as you can see, there's a lot of information in here. When you're done, you can close that. The next thing you can do is you can transfer these videos to a tablet. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, and we're going to pause for 1 minute while I get ready. Okay, so this is my tablet. It's a Samsung 8-inch tablet. And there's a little door on the side here, and in here is my SD card. I just need to press on this and it releases it. It's very small. If you don't have a 32 gig SD card in your tablet, you'll have to get one because this program is 18 gigs, and so you need a 32 gig card to put it on. They come with this adapter. This just slides in. There's a little slot at the bottom. It just slides in. The fingers are on this side. The fingers on this are on this side. It just slides in, and now it's ready to insert it into your computer. I don't want to move this computer. See if I can find that. There we go, right there. And it comes up. You remember this window from when we put our SD card, our flash drive in the USB port. So we're going to click on Open Folder to view files. And as you see, I already have all these chapters on here, but yours will be blank when you get it. So all you do is you go over here and you click on the first one, you left click on it, and then you want to go to the bottom and you want to hold down the shift key and left click on this one, and that highlights all of them. And then you put your mouse on any of them, hold down the left button on your mouse, and then slide the whole thing over into this window, and you release it, it'll transfer those files to here. It won't take them off of here, it'll just copy them to here, so you won't lose them. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave them there. But that's how you get it onto this card. Once you've done that, you close this window, and now you want to eject this card. So you go back down here to your start menu, up to computer, and SDHC, that's the card. You want to right click on there and then tell it to eject, and it tells you it's now safe to take this card out. Then you can close this, and we're back where we started. The last thing that you can do is, if you have a laptop, there's a HDMI cable outlet on it. You can buy an HDMI cable, and you can hook your laptop to your flat screen TV, and then you can watch these videos on your TV. So it gives you a lot of versatility, which is why this card isn't copy protected. I allow you to make copies, to do the copy, so you can copy it to your tablet, and you can also play with it on your computer. So at this point, I know that you realize that you could actually make copies and sell them or give them away or whatever. I'm just asking you not to do that. That's paramount to, you know, it's like stealing. You're not going to do that. I'm going to trust you. And that's it. Have a good time. So we just close this out and we're done.